Hi everyone, welcome from Acumen Accounting. Today's video is about recovery loan scheme which government have announced from 1st of April. So you can borrow money between £25,000 to a 10 million, and for asset and invoice finance you can borrow between £1,000 to a 10 million pound. So before I go into the details and tell you how you can apply and how you can access this funding to run your business, I need to give you some of the details what's happening in our economy, and then I'll come to the details of how you can apply and what information you have required to access this recovery loan scheme. And also I will go and mention about the criteria and who can apply and who's eligible. As we all know, because of this pandemic, because of the coronavirus, government have announced some of the loan scheme, and this is one of them. And in the past, as we know, there was a bounce back loan scheme which was 100% guaranteed by the government, and banks have given the money in very quickly, very straightforward, and it went to your bank in some cases within 24 hours. So this recovery loan scheme is for all the businesses. Then they can apply for funding between 25 to 10 million pound. What you need to do is you need to make sure your business accounts and the confirmation statements are up to date, and you need a bit more information as compared to the bounce back loan which most of the people had. In this case, you need to be more organized. You need to have your paperwork ready and you do homework before you submit your application. So we strongly recommend, if your business is struggling still and you think you need that facility to keep it going, and this is a very good scheme. It's guaranteed 80% by the government, and it still give the banks the confidence to lend you money easily as compared to in the past, where very difficult to get money from the banks. So you need to have a number of information. In this case, you still have to provide some of the information. For example, your cash flow forecast, your up-to-date accounts. You also need to demonstrate where you're going to spend this money, why you need that money, and you need to basically justify the loan you're going to take from the bank. Because in this time, a bank will be guaranteeing 20% and the government give the 80%. So that's the reason banks are a bit picky at this time rather than compared to in the past. You just have to tell them your turnover and the money will straight come to your account. But in this case, you need to be a bit prepared. So I strongly recommend, if you're really looking to apply for this funding and you need that money, you need to make sure your paperwork is ready. So if your business is even in loss, you can still apply for this funding, because what you need to demonstrate is, once this pandemic is over, when everything is go back open and we have our normal life back, how your business is going to perform, how much turnover you're going to do, how you will make repayment to the banks. Once you're given that all the information, you can get this funding. But in some cases, it's not going to be straightforward, because what banks are doing is they're making sure your accounts, your confirmation statement, if it's a limited company, is all up to date. You are not just one of those chancers who just want this funding, and at a later stage, you probably say, look, my business is not done well, so I'm unable to pay and all these things. So you need to be well prepared this time. And on the other side, what you need to do is, when you're looking to apply for this loan, I always recommend, please seek a professional advice. Always seek either you have an accountant or a business advisor. Just go to them and speak to them, sit with them, consult with them and say, look, this is my needs, and that's what I need the money to spend on. In some cases, you're probably looking for a larger amount to loan it, but what happens is, once you have a professional advice, that amount could be probably cut down to hundreds of thousands of pounds, and you will not be in that financial difficulty in future. Because at the end of the day, it's you who are going to make all these repayments to the banks, and it's you who are responsible for the repayments. One more thing in this loan is, your house or your personal assets is still not going to be, get charged by the bank. But again, you are still responsible to make these payments. So if you're really looking to apply for this recovery loan scheme, and if you have any questions, you can always ask us, to the Acumen Accounting. We always recommend people just pick up a phone and speak to us, or you can just send us a private message. It's very straightforward if you have all the paperwork ready. but it's very, very difficult once if you don't have information ready. So don't mix this loan with the bounce back loan, because bounce back loan was ended on the 31st of March this year, and this recovery loan scheme was started from 1st of April. So it's kind of replacing the previous facility which was announced by the government, but it's not as straightforward as I mentioned already. It's not going to be just, you put in your turnover figure and you get your loan into your bank. And this time you need to have a bit more information, more in details. You need to provide your bank statements. You need to provide all your details, how you're going to spend that money, and all these things. So make sure your accounts are up to date. If you're a limited company, your confirmation statement is up to date, and it's nothing outstanding. You need to you need to provide the management accounts. Again, your accountant can help you with that. Cash flow forecast. You need to put that money in your cash flow when you're doing your forecast. Make sure, for example, you need to loan, say, £600,000. You need to put that in your cash flow and show the repayments once you start trading as normal. These are the key things you need to do. For some people, it sounds difficult, or they might think, it's problematic. But again, if you go back to your financial advisor or the accountants, they can easily do these all things for you, and they can prepare it with the help of your information you're going to provide. But again, if you think you need more information on that, and you need some help on how to do that and how to apply for it, just simply, get in touch with us. Go to our website, acumenaccounting.co.uk, book a free appointment. One of our team member will sit with you, or you can just send a simple email at admin@acumenaccounting.co.uk. One of our team member will get in touch with you and help you if you need help with preparing all this information. But again, it's for all the businesses who are still struggling and they need that recovery loan to go back on track. And as I know, the hospitality sector is hit very hard, and I think these are the people who need most of the money. But again, don't just think banks are picking on you and asking you more information. That's their job, They're going to ask all this information because they're not just going to give you money out there. So all these lenders who are lending this money out, you can simply just go on to gov.uk website and you can see who are the lenders, or you can just go to your existing bank where you're doing all your business banking, and it's just simply filling up an application online and providing all the information. Again, any question, anything, just leave a comment at the bottom of this video, or just pick up a phone and speak to one of our advisors. Again, thank you for listening us. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye for now.